Hello everyone, I'm Venkat from Maharaj College of Pharmacy. Now I'm going to tell about artificial cells using nanotechnology. Artificial cells are used to replace dysfunctional cells in human body and may be used in the treatment of anemia, renal failure, bone defects and other health problems. The biggest advantage in using of these nanomaterials or artificial cells is their small size. The size ranges from 1 to 100 nanometer in diameter. The biological functions are having very high functional density and DNA coding for thousands of different proteins. To carry, as like our biological cells, these artificial cells also having similar functional density like biological cells, and it having DNA coding for different proteins to carry out certain functions as like biological cells. The small size allows a larger and more beneficial surface area to volume ratio and contributes to their unique physical and chemical properties. The basic principle of these artificial cells are these are made up of ultra thin membrane, which is biodegradable material or a polymer or any other substance. These cells contains intracellular and extracellular portion. In intracellular portion we are going to encapsulate hemoglobin, enzymes, cells and many other components. Recently we are using drugs and other absorbents or hormones also we are encapsulating into these artificial cells to obtain a specific activity. For example, we are going to encapsulate pancreatic cells in the artificial cells and we are injecting these cells into our human body. The pancreatic cells which are present in artificial cells are going to release insulin when the glucose level is increased in our body. These artificial cells size we are available in different sizes: macro, micro and nano material. Based upon the cellular content we are choosing the size of the artificial cell. Next we are going to see method of encapsulation. There are two methods for encapsulating cell into the artificial cells. Number one, standard method of encapsulation. In standard method of encapsulation, the cells or cell components are adhering or encapsulated into a gel sphere, and further in next step we are going to form a membrane around the gel sphere. After that, after formation of membrane, the cellular content get dissolved or the gel content is going to dissolve and the cell present in the gel content are dispersed throughout the cell. The major drawback of these of using this standard method is immune rejection. The some of the cellular content are adhere at the membrane of the artificial cell or artificial cell membrane. It causes immune rejection from our human body. To overcome this immune rejection, two-step method are generally used. In this two-step method, the cells or cellular content are going to adhere or encapsulate into a small gel sphere, which is alginate small gel sphere, and these alginate small gel sphere are going to encapsulate into a larger sphere. After encapsulation of this small sphere, we are going to form a membrane around the larger sphere and we are going to dissolve that gel. By this dissolving, the cellular contents are dispersed throughout the cell. By this step, no cells are going to adhere at the membrane. We are going to overcome the immune rejection step in this process. There are various applications using these artificial cells. Majorly, artificial RBC is used in treatment of arterial obstruction. During the plaque formation, the RBC do not able to pass through the plaque and do not carry sufficient oxygen to the organs. To overcome this, artificial cells are used. Because of their small size, we are going to encapsulate polyhemoglobin sodium catalase, which is nano size, easily pass through the obstruction and supply oxygen, and it removes free radicals of the oxygen from that body. Artificial cells used in cancer therapy. During chemotherapy, these artificial RBC are going to supply oxygen at the cancer site to destroy the cancer cell, malignant cell. So, these artificial cells are also used in treatment of cancer therapy. These artificial cells are used as hemoperfusion. By encapsulating charcoal in the artificial cells, and we are going to inject the artificial cells into the human body. By injecting, the toxic materials are going to adhere at the charcoal. The charcoal absorb all the toxic material and which also removable. It can also used in hemoperfusion method is also used in process of dialysis. Artificial cells are also used as a biosensor. Recently, human sperm cells are created by using this normal skill cells. Dr. Lim successfully injected